Hi all, out walking the dogs, which I don't do often enough. As a mark to myself, do this more often because I actually love it. It's actually getting the dogs out and the barkiness. But once I'm out in the forest, I do actually love it. The dogs just go off and do what they want to do. I'm sure you're really interested in my dogs, but however, it's a very windy, wet day today, and I thought I'd have a break walking on this hill. Well, I'll walk up slowly anyway, because the dogs get bored and they want more attention. Anyway, entrainment. I've been thinking about this for a couple of months, as you know, and it's ever so powerful. It's absolutely everywhere. Yeah, I worked with Jill, which last week it was now, and I've got a holiday let at Witch Hazel Cottage, which is absolutely lovely, and I do sessions in there with people, the people who come and stay, if they want to. Ask them a couple of times. If there's no interest, let's move on. But I had one over the weekend. She might join this group, but she won't see this video because that's what WhatsApp does. Doesn't necessarily shows you the old stuff. Anyway, she's quite open what she's got. There's an awful lot of stuff which I'm not going to tell you, but she had a pretty shit young teenage life, and I'll leave it at that. And it might be in her 20s as well. I'm delved into it, but she's basically suffering from lots and lots of things, which basically goes down to fight, flight and freeze. And she hasn't been able to perform and do her work, and she's now, I think she might have a blue badge, but she's on benefit because of her disabilities and all the surgeries she's had. And I worked on her autonomic nervous system for 2 sessions. Before the sessions, she couldn't sleep. She'd sleep for 2 hours and then up for a few hours and then sleep a little bit more. So her nights were really disturbed. And so was a dog, which we'll come to a bit later on, I think, if it comes into the story. Yeah, so I, obviously, because she's fight and flight, she's in the parasympathetic nervous system state. And when she turned up, an awful, awful lot. Her marriage is going to pot. Obviously, she's lost a job. A dog was copying her, so he was ill. She was ill, all because of events what happened in the past. She's had years of counselling as well to get over these events. Yeah, there was many. And so when I work with people, I listen to what their problems are if they want to tell me, or I just get on with the work. And my work is to switch off the sympathetic nervous system, because I always remember sympathetic is sympathetic to the environment, so you're not serving yourself. And the parasympathetic nervous system is your repair and recover nervous system, where you send all the right cells to the right places so you can repair. It's a bit like if you think about a country at war. If you're at war, you send everybody out the edges of the environment and defend and fight. And you forget about nurture, doing the farming, because the farmers are going off to war historically, and you start suffering because of lack and shortages. And you can't reproduce because there's not enough people to do it. So the body is exactly the same as that. So if you're in the fight and flight in the parasympathetic nervous system, you're actually out there fighting a good fight, but you're not looking after yourself. And she'd been like that for, I don't know, I'd say a dozen years. And her body was breaking down. Hopefully it's starting to recover now, because it's only 3 or 4 days ago since she left. Yeah, so she's now changed. She knows how to ground herself. She knows how to be present. She knows how to say no. And she knows how to like herself. So that's, I'd say, one step away from knowing how to love yourself, which is the goal. But like's good enough for her because it hasn't been long. But it's the first time she's been able to like herself. Before, it was loathing herself because the body was doing exactly what she said, but not doing what it's supposed to do. So all her beliefs are in the fight and flight. So she's out there manning the barricades and starving the population. So her organs were breaking down and not responding how they're supposed to. So I really do hope this work, whatever we did, it'll actually turn around and she can recover. Yeah, if you look at my website, Rediscover Freedom, that's the John Stevenson, the Mind Body Catalyst page. She's put a testimonial in there. Yeah, so this is all about entrainment. So I'm going on a little bit more, which hopefully I keep the anonymity going, but I just told you her name if you want to go and research it. She's chatting today, and she got home yesterday after a really shitty journey, and the traffic was awful, there were breakdowns and everything, and in the past that would have just blown her mind, and she just said, hey, yeah, that's it, that's life, I'll get home eventually, it's not a problem, I don't need to get annoyed about people blocking my way because they'll clear eventually. And she got home and her husband was waiting for her, and she said, do you know something, I'm tired, I'm not making dinner. And his normal response was, well, what you should do, that's your job, etc. I'm making that up, by the way, I don't know what he speaks like, but you get the gist. And he said, okay, I'll look at the meal plan and I'll get cooking. And do you want because she's got sore hips, do you want the pregnancy pillow so you can lie there comfortably while I prepare dinner? And she was really shocked. And this is what the little bit I want to get to. This is entrainment. That if you've got higher energy, people will notice and respond appropriately to you. So if you're really connected, they'll try and be nice with you as well. I don't think he knew why he was doing it, but I knew why I was doing it, because she put it out there. She had a sovereignty and authenticity, and really, really grounded and present. And she's been practicing what I taught her how to be in the here and now, and that's a really, really here and now. Not just playing at it like a lot of people do, but is this like I'm doing now. This really, really groundedness. And the wind drops and things change around. I don't know if you noticed that the wind did drop. And the energy around me changes. And yeah, and it's gone now because I've lost it. But it's a really handy skill to have. Because when you're in the situations what are really troublesome, if you just be grounded and pump out love, or like her liking herself so she could like other people, then the energy changes. It'd be nice when she gets to say, I'm full of self-love, and then her self-love will flow around her environment, however big she wants it to be. So this is the secret of entrainment, is actually getting is the wrong word, but I want to use it, is getting to be present in the here and now, soft eyes, enjoying the moment, and loving yourself, having that self-love, and allow that self-love to flow everywhere into the ground. I'm stood on my 4 dogs running around. They're really enjoying themselves, they're quite chilled, and just being here. So you've got this far. It's 9 minutes 55 into a chat, which I thought would be about 3 minutes. If you got that far, give me a bell and let's have a chat. If you're local, then come round, because it's a damn sight better when you come round, because like that woman said, I've got witchy fingers. Yeah, energy just flows out my fingers and gets people balanced. I actually can be quite grumpy with it as well. Yeah, good way to control dogs, just stare at them and they go, what's wrong? Or you just send them some love and say thank you very much. Yeah, so give us a bell. Let's get chatting. Let's get this entrainment going around the world. One person at a time, as somebody said the other day, what I read. Yeah, give me a bell. Thank you very much. Bye.